Okay, that is one hardcore shirt.
Oh, thank you. I just got it yesterday.
From
Football, for Special Team Player of the Game.
Oh, that's the Special Teams Player of the Game shirt?
Yeah, it's a kickoff shirt.
Whew.
Elijah, we hear you're fast.
23 mile an hour.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm the fastest player in the team, but I'm up there. I would say like me, Denzel, Paris Campbell, we're all pretty fast guys. But yeah, Coach Meyer always talks about how fast I am on the field, but I just go out there and just run fast and do my job basically.
Who is the fastest guy on the team?
Honestly, I don't know. If me, Denzel, Paris, we all need to race one day, or and Kendall Sheffield. Top 4, I would say, but we don't know who's the fastest yet. We've never raced before.
But 23, you get ticketed in a school zone. You know that, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah. Elijah, how I don't know, surprised? What's the word you would use for how much you're really factoring into things now?
You said the word I would use.
It's okay.
It's honestly a blessing. That's what I would say. Like I knew coming into the program, I didn't think I would make such an impact. Over the years, I just kept developing and doing everything I could for the team. And eventually, Coach Meyer gave me my shot to, make something happen on the field. And then just, like Coach Meyer says, if you're doing something for the team, enhance it. I'm going to just keep doing that for the team. So.
Can you talk about just the trepidation, the whatever that you had just even coming out for the team in the first place a few years ago?
So, I walked on, I think, the year after they won the national championship in spring. And I sat home. I was at home watching the national championship, and I played football back in high school. And I was like, wow, I really missed that feeling of being on the field. So right after they won the national championship, I started training. And I think walk-on tryouts were that February, so I probably trained maybe a couple weeks. And I mean, I knew I was pretty athletic at the time, so I was like, I'm just going to go out and see if I can make the team. I came out, and I think like 40 people tried out, and they took 4 of us. And I was like, this is really a dream. It's a blessing come through. I mean, it's a blessing, honestly. And like from looking back now to where I would never expect to be at this point where I'm at in my career as a football player at Ohio State.
Can you describe your position on the kickoff coverage team? Go ahead. Start there.
Basically, so I'm a 5. So we have a 5 and a 6, and my main job is to contain the ball. So our kickoff scheme is we kick the ball on the to the boundary basically, and I'm compressing. I'm taking all the air out of it and trying to get to the man as fast as possible. And then Austin Mack, who's a 6, he makes me whole. So I basically can do what I want. So I can fit into the hole, like go as fast as possible and make tackles, or I can kind of contain it and be outside of everybody. But Austin makes me out. So if I go outside, he comes in. If I go in, or if I go out, he comes in.
So Urban was talking about like the guys who played that position, Tyvis and Gary Allen, Denzel. What do you need to be? What is Urban looking for? We know how important special teams are to him. What's he looking for in that 5?
In a 5, somebody who's fearless, who's fast, basically. And that's why he always raves about my speed and wants me to be the best 5. It's because you need a fast guy who's fearless, who'll run down the field and do his job and won't think. Compress contains, basically. That's it.
How many times have you been knocked? Cattywampus running down the field, or do you avoid it pretty much?
Who's cattywampus?
Well, meaning flipped over. You know what I mean? How many times have you been knocked silly, so to speak, running down the field?
Oh, knocked silly?
Yeah.
Meet by another individual?
Yeah.
Never. I avoid all blocks at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just run fast and avoid blocks.
What is the key? What is the secret to doing that?
The secret is don't think, you just go. You make split decisions like that immediately. Like on the field, we're always training kickoff coverages and spill, stack, and strain, and backdoor opponents. These are like keywords that they tell us to do to opponents like within a split second without thinking. Yeah. And like backdoor man or stack and beat them with speed. Those are like keywords that are triggering in my head as I'm running down the field and what I need to do to my opponent.
You're from North Carolina. Why did you even come to Ohio State in the first place?
So I'm technically from North Carolina. So I have family here in Columbus, but I spent 8 years in North Carolina, like middle school and high school, and my 5th year of elementary school. So I claim North Carolina as my home because all my friends and everything are there. And my mom and parents moved to Texas, so I don't have any real family in North Carolina anymore. But my friends and whatnot who I'm connected with are still back there. So I still have a lot of people that are meaningful to me, but I don't have any family there. A lot of my family lives here, actually, in Columbus, Ohio.
Elijah, we had Johnny and Paris and KJ over there, and I asked them who the fastest receiver in the room was.
Yeah.
And KJ and Johnny said probably you, and which forced Paris to walk off. And what's his problem?
Paris is fast. I mean, honestly, y'all saw him the first game against Indiana, and that speed, he's ridiculously fast. Like I said, he's top 4 with me, Paris, Denzel, and Kendall. So.
Has there ever been a race? Is there ever a race that decides it?
There has not. No, not us 4 racing all together. Has not been a race. I'm sure at the end of the season we'll do that.
Yeah.
You know, when they're training for the next level. But as of now,